Hey guys, Cap here, and today we're going to be bringing to you a video on how to play Winston. He's one of my favorite heroes, and I believe he's one of the best tanks in the game if you know how to play him right. He's definitely a different character to learn at first. He's very unique. You have to really be very movable when you're playing the character, and if you're not like constantly moving and constantly going at a constant flow, you're probably not going to be a very good Winston. But if you like to be up in their face, like constantly distracting them, almost being like the equivalent of a flanker tank, then Winston's definitely a hero that you probably will enjoy and probably should learn to pick up. Now, real quick, go over his abilities real quick. Now, his ultimate's Primal Rage, and basically his Primal Rage makes him a giant monkey. He goes up to 1,000 health. I personally recommend don't use this ability until you're below, 200 health or just about to die. That way you get the most utility out of this ability. It's basically like a full heal, and you can keep going at it, and it works very well if you're just trying to capture a point, or if you're just trying to hold on to a point while your team, if they're dead, while their team reses and comes back to you. Now their jump is like more of like a gap closer, sort of like a shadow step, if you will. Basically, you want to use this to either get to them or get away from them, and like that constant movement, like I was talking about. You want to keep on that constant moving, constant pace, constant just harass, distract their team as best as possible. Now, the barrier protector is basically the shield, like a Reinhardt shield, but it's a circle. Um, Basically, how I use it is if we're pushing a payload, I'll put it on the payload and stuff like that. And I'll also defend my teams with it sometimes. Sometimes, like if I see my healer going down, I'll jump to my healer, throw a barrier, go back into the action. But one of the ways I really like to use it is I like to use it as like a smoke bomb in World of Warcraft for like rogues. Basically, I'll jump to someone, start attacking them. They'll come to me. I'll throw a barrier in. They'll walk into the barrier to start attacking me. I'll walk out of the barrier. They'll come back out. I walk back in the barrier. Just sort of that sort of like dance, if you will, where you're just constantly going in and out of the barrier to get as much damage out onto them as possible, and also stay alive as long as possible. With this method, I've actually feel very comfortable taking on most heroes, even like a Pharah, like jumping up to attack a Pharah, going back down to the barrier, going into the barrier, waiting for the Pharah to come in the barrier, and then like even with Pharah, like which you would think Winston would have a tough time with, I feel very comfortable attacking a Pharah. Now the Tesla cannon is the gun. It's basically just like an energy sort of flamethrower, if you will. Basically, it's a short range. It's AOE. It works very well in AOE situations with like a Zarya if she ults and you jump in and then start doing the Tesla cannon. It also works very well if you like have a Mercy, buffing your damage, and it just throw out so much damage. It really does do a lot damage to their team. Now we'll do a couple games here. Just play against the AI for a second, or let's see here. We'll do some training here, and I'll just show you some stuff in the practice range with Winston. Show you some of the abilities, and then we'll play an actual live game here in a second. And guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more tutorials on how I play certain characters, please just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and get to the video as fast as possible. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so first I'll show how I'm talking about the kiting thing. It's kind of going to be kind of hard in a tutorial like this, but so let's say these people are like walking around. I'm going to jump in, start attacking, throw in, and they're going to come back in the circle. You're going to go out of the circle, and you're going to just keep chasing them around. It's just a constant flow. And like essentially they're going to start attacking you. You're going to want to jump into like a door here and just keep like evading so they chase you a little bit. The more they chase you, the better it's off for your team. It gets them in a bad position. It gets them tunnel vision as well, which allows your team to get in a better position, which is essentially a very good tactic with Winston. So I don't think this is going to actually show you guys a lot in the training, so we're just going to play a game real quick. We'll play a first couple minutes here, and hopefully you guys can get an idea of how I play Winston personally. Now I've had upwards of 51 to 60 eliminations before My highest kill streak was like 30 or 40 or something like that. I've been on top damage with Winston. He's really good on King of the Hill maps, and honestly, I like him on all maps, but especially King of the Hill maps. Even like two Winstons on King of the Hill maps is very good. I'm just waiting for this to load up, and we'll get going. Alright guys, so we're going to play some Winston live here in some quick play, and let's see if we can show some quick tips on how to play him during live mode. So there's a choke point here that we really don't want to go past in this map, so I'm not going to play too aggressive like I normally would on other maps. I'm going to wait for them to come to him. We have a bastion set up here that I failed to shield, but it's okay. They're doing pretty aggressive. Oh, yeah. That was kind of bad. They have like a sniper or something going on here. Oh, there's a Lucio trying to be really aggressive. Get rid of their healer real quick. I have low health, so I'm not going to engage with Roadhog here. One of the really big things on Winston is staying alive and just constantly distracting them. That is a lot to have to do with that is knowing what the health packs is, jumping to the health packs when need be, and just staying alive. And since you do have such maneuverability, you want to chase after the healers and stuff like that. I don't know where that Junkrat is. All right. Alright, so I'm going to save my ultimate here to when I'm just about to die to make sure we don't lose the point. We're being harassed pretty hardly here, which is kind of bad. But see how I stayed alive to the last very second to really utilize I can't think of what I'm trying to say right now. I'm trying to stay alive. To really utilize me staying alive and just being that constant harass. So I'm gonna go in and try and get Widowmaker here because she's really fucking us up. All right, so now that Widowmaker's down, we're gonna have a little bit easier time here. She was really the main reason why we were getting fucked up so bad. The constant staying alive is definitely the best thing you can do on Winston. That constant harass is definitely needed. Because if you're not staying alive, you're not really being a good Winston. Because he's not really a protect your team sort of tank. He's sort of like a harass tank in my opinion. Sniper's back, so I'm going to heal up real quick and go right back in to get that sniper. But when doing that, I'm probably gonna. Okay, I have ult up. I have 181 health. I'm gonna try and save it as best as possible. Hopefully, I won't get too cocky here. This is really hard this match because no one's really stabilized. I'm gonna die here probably. Yeah. So we had a really tough time there. We never really stabilized, which was kind of hard for us. I'm not sure why and what we could have done better, but we almost had him. Now it's going to be kind of an uphill battle. But yeah, the constant movement, that constant harass. See how I jumped in to take care of the sniper? That was definitely needed. When you're playing Winston, if you see someone like a Winston, if you see someone like a Widowmaker or a Hanzo harassing your team, jump in there, take the sniper out, pop a shield, kite him around that shield. You're going to kill that sniper 9 times out of 10. Alright guys, so that's basically how I play Winston. I'm going to cut the video short here just because I want to keep the videos short. I don't want it to be that long on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to keep all my YouTube videos relatively concise and to the point. If you have any questions about Winston's, please let me know in the comments below, and also please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want any other tutorial videos, let me know that as well, and I'll get on that as fast as I can. I've been kind of busy here lately, but hopefully I can get to more videos and more content on my channel soon. Hope you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good day. Please enjoy Overwatch. See you guys.